You guys are coming off of 2 huge wins, right? Obviously, you're in a bye week now. The Denver win I wanna start with was it seemed personal, right? Obviously, with the offseason statements, that game meant more. No, Hackett got the game ball. Like, you could when you watch that game, you guys were playing angry. Like, you guys were playing like this meant something more, like, almost like you were playing because you have respect for Hackett, and you've already talked about how he's made this offense fun and easier to play in. Was there, like, a sense of, as a team, like, "We wanna go do this for him," in that game?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it also like when it first started. At first, you just wonder like why was anything even mentioned? Like why did Coach Payton like say what he said or whatever? And it is what it
Yeah,
is, right? And
yeah.
whether he should have said it, shouldn't have said it, meant to say it, regret saying it, whatever. I mean, it did add something to it because, like you said, like it's not just that he makes it fun and stuff. Like it's just him as a man. Like he's a really good coach. He's a better man. Like I said that a couple of times on interviews and stuff because he just treats you like you're a grown up, right? Like not every coach, especially someone that's been doing it for a long time, treats his players like they're a man. Like it's just the way it is. And like, he'll just, he texted me yesterday, like the way he just like communicates with you and wants the best for you. And like, he wants you to play well. He's going to teach you when you mess up. Like he's not just going to resort to ripping your ass right away. Right. Like if
Yeah.
it's necessary. And he can, get stern and lock in when he needs to. But for the most part, he wants you to be the best football player you can be. And you respect that as a player. Like you want like it's fun playing for someone that wants you to be the best you. And so we definitely wanted that game for him. I mean, if we wouldn't have won that game, I mean, I think that's something that would have really could have changed the trajectory of things just because it would have hurt us. I think internally as players if we couldn't have got that win for him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously select few plays, a couple plays you made that were like he's running through people. Like you had that stick nod catch.
Wilson in the pocket, fires, caught, first down and more. Conklin still going, and they still haven't brought him down. Finally, Conklin goes down. What a play by the Jets tight end.
He starts looking to his left. It's not there. Stays comfortable in the pocket. Comes back to Conklin on a little stick nod that they have right down the middle. Excellent finish by Conklin in this situation. He's a tone setter for this group.
You could have tried to make somebody miss. You lowered your shoulder, and it took like 5 or 6.
I'm a North and South guy, man. I always tell
Yeah.
people, I get the phone from North and South. I feel like at the end of the year, throughout my last 3 years of my career, like I've always tended to be towards the top of yards after catch, and I don't. I do it because like I feel like over the course of getting catches, like if you get North and South, it ends up adding up over a highlight, trying to make people fall and juke in.
Yeah. Well, it helps when you run through 5 or 6 people and your feet are still moving and you're still up. You got those Orange Crush uniforms that were sweet, by the way, surrounding you. Orange Crush were sweet, but that picture, there's like 5 or 6 people on you, but you're not down yet, and it was after like a 20, 30-yard catch. Then you also had a great, head fake out, one across inside. Was that an option route on that?
Well, actually, it was supposed to be like initially. So we got on third and fourth. End of the game, it was loud in there too. It was rocking. It was just a cool moment because I remember lining up and being like, "Hey, this is what you do this shit for right here." Like, look over at the sideline, like you want to make a play for your team. And we had a certain call on, like where I had like kind of like a through route or something that he would have liked versus I think man. And then he had an option to can it to a play for us, which was like a stick nod with some other stuff. And he cans it, and I'm like, oh crap! Like I already beat the other linebacker on an under. I ran an under on this guy, and he sat inside because he already saw me win on it. And obviously, the first look was to Garrett on like a kind of like a lookie route, and they doubled it. Right, the safety came down and took away the inside. So Zach didn't force the lookie because that's usually like you're usually throwing the lookie no matter what. Like it's a win route. You think Garrett's winning 100% of the time, but they happen to double him. Zach sees it, moves over to the stick nod, and I like to think that like the under route earlier helped because he's thinking I run a stick route, like he can rally and make a tackle, hopefully short of the sticks, and he kind of waits on it a little bit and then, tries to break on it to make that tackle. And
yeah, I mean both the underneath route and then the stick route both were teach tape, and then obviously your ability to finish after the catch. That I think obviously the route running is like that's the art that people respect that, but that's like kind of the pretty part of the game. It's that physicality after that showed people like this means more to Tyler, to these guys. Like this means more to this team because of some of those statements and because of the trajectory that this would put your team on.
A lot to us. And for me, like I know, like I feel like, hey, like if I'm gonna do this for Hackett, like and I can make a play for him and do this for him now. Like, that's like, we're all people, right? Like, we all, like, I figured, like, if I could take advantage of an opportunity, that more opportunities would come, basically, because,
yeah.
And I think everybody was thinking that, because, like, he wanted to do something for him. Like, he's such a good coach. He went through so much crap over something that, I mean, as you can see, he wasn't necessarily all on
Right.
it.
Yeah. So it's a crazy league, and
It was
I mean, coaches get a lot of the shit for stuff that goes wrong, but
Yeah, it was.
you know,
It was
he's
man.
yeah, he's doing a great job in New York so far.